Welcome into Westminster Field, or the Dumke Field at Westminster University for the girls 5A semifinal between the Olympus Titans and the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Kenzie Christiansen. Kenzie, the 2 seed Salem Hills, the 3 seed Olympus in the semifinal. Should be a great game here this afternoon.
Yeah, no, it'll be a phenomenal game. You know, Salem Hills isn't a team that someone's been most of them been watching over the past few years, but they have become the underdogs to be the top 3. They're a phenomenal team. They've worked their butts off all season, and they deserve every second they've gotten up here. Go against Olympus. Olympus is legends. They've always had a phenomenal team. They've great players, a great coaching staff. So it's going to be exciting to see how this new generation of Skyhawks are going to go against the Titans.
It's a team for Salem Hills. They're 19-1 on the year. Been a fantastic year, and they've got a lot of offense. As their leading scorer this year has been Brooke Warren. 68 goals, 23 assists. She's been phenomenal. They've got 3 other players that have been over 30 goals this year. There's a lot of offense for this Salem Hills group, and they might have to find that offense today because they're going up against one of the top points, goal scorers, assisters, however you want to put it, however you measure offense in Louisiana. As this opening draw controlled by Ane and the Titans. Olympus in their road greens and Salem Hills in the home white. Want to remind you the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start early, stop it late, as we try to keep it true up to the official clock here in the stadium. And how about that? That's quick work for Olympus. They work right in front, and they get the opening goal of the game. It's 1-0 Titans.
I really like how unselfish that play was. That player definitely had a lane, had the open arm, could have got that shot off, but pulled it out a little more onto Pai, able to pass it over to Goodick to be able to get that amazing shot just off shoulder.
They called it on Goodick scoring the goal. I thought it might have been Gabbert, but they do give it to the senior Goodick. So 1-0 Olympus. Your starting goalies today, Ella Chamberlain for Salem Hills and Hallie Peterson for Olympus. Chamberlain a junior, Peterson a sophomore, so an opportunity for a couple youngsters to make big plays for their respective teams here in the semifinals. This draw controlled by Brooke Warren. She'll shoot and score, and Salem Hills draws it even just like that.
Wow, what a start. We're not even 1 minute into the game. We are 30 seconds in. Both teams have already scored. Right off the draw, down to their attacking end, ripping it into cage. You know, I think the goalies are now awake, and I think it's going to be an exciting first half.
We talked about Brooke Warren and what she's brought to Salem Hills this year. Obviously her 69th goal now, 23 assists. And, boy, she's been spectacular. And in case you missed, I don't know if you follow our basketball coverage, but she helped Salem Hills get put on a state tournament run. I think they made to the semifinals in girls basketball as well, and she was a big reason why.
All right, if I heard correctly, I think she is going to be going to college to play basketball and lacrosse. So that's something really cool to look out for in the future.
That's awesome. Love seeing multi-sport athletes. We need more of them. As Warren continuing to fight for this possession and able to get it off of the draw. And so we'll see Salem Hills set up their offense really for the first time here this afternoon. A little bit of a breeze we're getting here in the stadium, kind of at our back, so that's playing away from the camera, as you can see. As Turner just over pursued that momentarily. Ground ball, Turner still trying to stay with it. Warren there as well. I'm going to ask for patience on these Olympus jerseys. Black on green, tough for old eyes to try to distinguish, so we'll do our best with some of these Olympus players. Here's Turner, the sophomore. Work back. You expect Salem Hills to kind of play a more slow style here today, Kenzie?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by the call.
You expect Salem Hills to be a little more deliberate offensively today?
Absolutely. I think they're going to be a lot more thoughtful on everything they're going to do here. They're going to be, considering the first and second passes, a little more hesitant than they have in the past. This is probably one of the highest pressure teams that they're going to play. Olympus plays outside the 12, high pressure on every player, so it's going to be a lot different style than what they've been playing all season.
So here's Warren being defended by Ane. That one lost. Will be kept here by Turner.
Illegal stick to body contact would put her back onto the 12, possibly outside the 12. Oh, it is outside the 12.
Quick start there. We'll roll around. Shot here left-handed. That's saved inside. Good save there early by Peterson. And now Olympus working to clear. Getting jarred loose by Tiffany Turner. Warren couldn't quite bring it in. And this will be Olympus possession. Got tied up there. Do have good fan base for each team turning out here this afternoon. So now Olympus set up here. Gabbert will give this over. I passed right through the middle. Shot there. That was saved away. Fought off by Chamberlain. Nice save there by the junior keep.
It was a really good look. Actually, I thought she was going to go to her other teammate there in center, but second teammate got it, just shot a little too high, learning from that opportunity they had there, and will definitely be continuing on with the game and try and look at that better pass and shot.
Lizzie here staying with it. Nice little roll there. Creative deke, Lizzie here.
Salem Hills is very good about keeping their sticks up for those passing lanes. You know, it's going to give them good contact for that bicep defense, controlling that shooting arms on the Titans attack.
A little over pursuit, opens up that lane. Right in front, shot and a goal. This is Mia Gabbert, able to come from GLE and just over pursuit by the defense, set it up.
Yeah, no, that was awesome read. She saw that defense go for that interception. You see that defense reach, you go the opposite way. Exactly textbook attack there, did phenomenal. Did a little juke at that second defender and was able to get enough shot off for that top shelf.
So nice piece of work there by Gabbert. One of the things that I'm interested in case you missed it, in the quarterfinal, Sarah Ane, who's got 83 goals, 73 assists, got hurt, is not playing today, not playing this week. So, you know, all that offense, 156 points now not on the field for Olympus. And you have to wonder, you know, who will step up to help fill that gap.
Absolutely.
They still have plenty of talent that could do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what's really honorable is that Lizzie, her sister, has really stepped up to help out and to fill the void of her sister. You know, she's going to miss her out there on that field, but she's got her whole college career with her. So she's been able to rally the team, really pull them together in the support of, you know, losing one of their best players. Yeah,
and I mean, multi-year contributors, really both of them, and Lizzie and Sarah. As contact here will allow Olympus here to start, but obviously a big storyline for the Titans, and not only for this game, but should they win here today for that championship game as well. They got business in front of them before they start thinking about Thursday. And Gabbert here to start. Lizzie.
Good close in on the double team there, forcing the Olympus Titans to back out of that pressure.
It's Ruby Lindstrom with the D. That couldn't be handled. Salem Hills able to take the possession. Warren works up here with Polson. I wonder if, you know, if you can establish possession and kind of be very patient in this game, if that can maybe frustrate Olympus. They love to play fast. They've played fast for years.
They've always played fast. They've played thoughtful and skillful. So slowing down their game is definitely going to benefit the Skyhawks as they are able to try and take more advantage of their opportunity with ball handling.
And now we'll get stoppage here.
Delayed game,
yep.
green card. So yeah, some people may not know that it's a green card is not a card to get off the field. It does stop the play. It will be a whistle start, but what it was is the person carrying ball did not move before the defendant. So that's what the delay was.
And here, I just thought the official was a fan of Olympus showing the green card. I'm just teasing for all of our viewers out there. It's a joke. Here comes Ashlyn Larson, the junior. All around. That in front, right in front of that, saved. Saved by Peterson. That will be an 8-meter opportunity here now for Salem Hills. Boy, maybe the best save of the game here early for Hallie Peterson.
Now she's a right-handed player, taking that second inside. Pretty good placement. You know, she's one of their best players, so it's going to be fun to see what she does here.
Larson. Trying to work around there. Nice D by Olympus.
Beautiful shutdown by that defensive crash. What's super great about watching with Olympus is they had the 2 girl on ball to stop ball, but all the other defenders were locked in on their girls, ready to make sure no assist was going to happen.
And Polson from close. That one fought off as well by Peterson. And now Olympus with it. Trying to work up the near sideline. Nice turn inside. Warren there trying to stick check. Olympus continuing on here with Gailey. Room for Ane. Bounces around, shot and a goal.
Beautiful goal. You know, she stood strong. She stayed strong with her right hand, able to get that control with that little face dodge, pulling back to her right side, getting a beautiful ankle shot.
Her 91st goal of the year. And she's already, I think, top 3 in the state. I was going to look at this before the game, and I forgot.
Talking about Nay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's definitely in the top 5.
I mean in state history.
Oh, history? Oh,
Yeah. I think it's top 3, and
she's on the list. I know that, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I think I was going to look. Maybe if we have time at halftime. Our game 1 was a rough halftime. It didn't set us up very well for half 2, so we got to make sure we get that thing taken care of, and then
we got it locked in. We're together now. It's always fun to see what kind of draw the taker is going to do, because there's different ways to set up and different ways to control that ball.
This rolling near side, and it's taken there by Lindstrom.
Right now it's been 50-50 on draws. 3-1 by Salem, 3-1 by Olympus.
Nice. Trickling back. And kept by Hughes. Pressure here by Olympus. Murray. Trying to work up that far line. The push will continue on here. Plays up with Polson. She couldn't capture it cleanly. Still being battled for here. Olympus coming up with it. The Titans will set back up here offensively. Well, they had a cutter rolling right through the middle. I think it was Boyce. They'll feed it, and that shot just off the post.
It was a very skillful shot. She had her arms free. That pipe is the best goalie on the field.
D sealing it, and a charge here called on the Titans.
Yeah, but if that defense has their feet in place, they have that step ahead, which gives the attacker, the opportunity to bounce out like they should, or if they push through, it's a charge.
Pretty efficient clear there for Salem, using speed through the middle. Turner continuing with it here, taking on the whole D, and that a body save there. Peterson, I think, with the kick save.
Yeah, she definitely got that left ankle onto that save.
Maintained here by Salem Hills.
That was the definition of body behind ball. Good job, goalie.
Try to feed the post there. And Warren trying to track this down. Stick check there.
Yeah, Salem's definitely come out here with some passion. So is Olympus. Olympus wasn't ready to, have this much physicality, I think, on the field.
Here's Warren. Warren trying to work around. Tough angle shot for Brooke Warren. Able to score the response Salem Hills needed. It's 3-2.
That was a phenomenal goal. Able to get her arm right arm up and free, away from defense. Enough of a wind back to be able to launch it through with power and finesse.
Boy, and you think you got her sealed off, and even kind of riding right with her. She's working to the middle. And just a really tough angle shot there for Brooke Warren. Does a great job. And that would be her 70th of the year.
Yeah, as a senior, that's amazing to be able to go out with so many goals. Super great, super strong. Obviously, she is a powerhouse out on the field for Salem.
They need her to be her best. And she's looking strong here early. This one tapped near side. Stick checked away by Warren. There's Brooke. Boy, if she can be effective on the draw, that's good news for Salem. Well, they're trying to get Turner right in front, just couldn't quite possess it.
Yeah, it's always, there's a lot of stress being right front of cage, knowing that you want to catch that ball, turn and shoot. It's a lot of pressure. Sometimes you just lock up a little too tight and drop the ball.
Olympus now here on a quick clear, worked right in front, and we'll get a couple calls here.
A block, yep. It's going to set her up at center hash. She's little but mighty, so it's going to be fun to see how she takes this center lane straight to cage.
This will be straight away here as we're inside a minute. A shot there and saved by Chamberlain. Maybe didn't get as much on that shot as she would have liked, but Chamberlain able to track it, keep it out as this one trickling through the middle.
Nice turnover, tracing that ball. Two Olympus players were going after the ball. They obviously communicated for one to get it while the other one backed off.
This one given back. Here's Salem now. Trying to come up. Boy, got caught a little bit in the middle.
She kind of hesitated on that pass and just lost it.
As a result. 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. Gabbard with a little spin, feeding in front. 5 seconds left. Olympus looking for something late. Shot here and saved by Chamberlain with 1 second left. Keeps it out as we've got ourselves a one-goal game at the end of one. Olympus leading Salem Hills 3-1 here in the 5A semifinal.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Start of our second quarter, 3-2 Olympus leading Salem Hills. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you.
This has been a really fun game so far. We've seen a lot of back and forth on the draws. No one's really does 100% capture this way. Salem's won four draws. Olympus has won 3. We've had Olympus over here with 6 shots on goal, 3 of them making it, 50% save rate right now. But Olympus is on the same side. They've shot 4 times and they've made 2 goals. They're all 50-50.
This draw possessed by Olympus. Emma Gabbert coming ahead here for the Titans. We'll find a little bit of room here as she played that out.
Offsides.
but the call.
Yeah, White got a little confused with the purple and the yellow lines. We are playing those like gold yellow lines today.
Yep. Here's Boyce. Amberly going to work through there. Contact will send her to the 8-meter.
That's an illegal check, putting her in the 8-meter opportunity. Center hash, every player's favorite spots, get that open center lane. Lots of opportunity on where that's going to go.
From straight away. A shot here, missed it wide. Couldn't tell if a stick maybe disrupted it. And
you definitely heard the contact, but I'm not, don't know.
Good positioning there by Warren to win the possession.
Their coaches taught them well. When they have a foul, demand your space. You can stop and wait for them to get 4 away for you to move on your play, or you can continue on. Both options are fine.
Here comes Turner. She's got a lot of momentum building to the middle. Shot there. That disrupted by the stick work of this Olympus D. Salem Hills now to settle into their offense.
There's a lot of high pressure, especially on those adjacent players. Most people are used to the opposite, ball being high and tight and the adjacents being a little set back, ready for the slides.
Larson comes over with Katie Lowe. Excuse me, I thought that was number 2 at 7. My bad. Peyton Hill, the sophomore, with it.
Way to push off a pressure. Nice play.
That's a tough pass there. And the Ward will give it back to Olympus.
Just if anybody that may not know what just happened, she's going down for the ground ball. You cannot have your stick leave the body and push or ward the other player away from ball.
Warren trying to get there, tripped up there. Inadvertent. But, both players going for the ball there. It's got legs tangled.
Yeah, it happens. Nothing there was malicious. It was just feet got tangled up. They're both playing the ball. It happens.
Oh, they did stop the clock.
Oh, just kidding. It is yellow.
Oh, wow.
My apologies. Okay. All right, different perspectives. That's okay.
So it'll be 2-minute advantage here for Salem Hills. Warren splitting through. She'll continue on here. Tried to feed in front. Stick knocking it down by this Olympus D. Stick check back. There's Warren. Tried to feed in front. That got deflected. And it will be back to Olympus. Olympus sticks have been quite active here early as well, Kenzie.
Yeah, no, they've been very, you say active? Is that
yes.
Yes, very, very active. They've been able to really defend on a lot of these shots wide, getting the ground balls. I think they're learning from every little mistake they're made. They got a couple stick checks away off ground balls. They know they're going to tuck it in next time. They've got called on a charge. They know to be able to pull out next time. So every opportunity they're getting, Olympus is just learning and learning. But I promise you, Salem Hills is one step behind. They're taking just advantage of these ground balls and all the opportunities they can get with that ball in their stick.
And Olympus nearly had an opportunity for a quick transition opportunity, but Salem Hills able to get back and help muddy up that possession a little bit. And now next thing you know, here comes Warren and company. Warren to the middle. A shot and a goal. We're tied up. Brooke Warren doing more than scoring goals. She's assisting on them as Ruby Lindstrom with her first today.
That was such a perfect cut. Ruby was able to get through with her right open arm. She's right hand dominant, able to catch that ball, turn, and shoot it immediately. Beautiful assist, great cut, great way to see that open lane and take advantage of it as soon as you see it.
Boy, Salem Hills, they fell down 3-1. They've scored back-to-back goals. They've done a great job on some of those ground balls and forcing some turnovers and have worked themselves back to even here.
Yeah, there's been, both teams have made some little mistakes, but both teams have been able to capitalize from it and really take the opportunity to do something with the ball.
Getting things positioned here, just over 8 to play in this first half. course, the winner advancing to the 5A state championship game. That will be Thursday at 1 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. This battled for and won by an A. Here comes Lizzie. Oh, nice Steve. Oh, gonna get a whistle here. My bad.
Yeah, an illegal check happened between the 8 and the 12 and pulled back to the 12, giving her an open lane. This is not indirect. She is able to shoot if she has the opportunity, but it will be a whistle start.
So this will be an A from 12 meters.
And they are back to equal strength.
Trying to feed in front. Nice turn around, looking for a lane. A shot on the goal. Boy, a quick trigger there for Olympus.
That was super great. She was able to get that hand free just enough to get it to her stick, get the ball to her stick. Turning, dodge once, dodge twice. Able to get enough of a free lane to cover through. Some would argue, if depending on the angle, if that was a dangerous follow through going through the spear of the defender. She wasn't. It was controlled. It was right through the open gap of that defender, and it was a beautiful shot.
Gudick with her second goal of the game. A really nice job setting that up as well.
Gudick is a senior this year, yeah?
That's correct.
She'll be missed for sure.
Yeah, she now her 60th goal, and last year felt like she was one who was a really good player, but maybe
remember, she was a transfer because she had moved from a different school over to Olympus, so it's been just a good growth for her.
Well, and for me, it was like she wasn't a role player last year because she was skilled, but she didn't get a lot of the headlines because she had Nelson and that whole roster, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And this year she's made her presence well known, as we'll get a card given here, and boy, this is going to be to Warren. So Salem Hills is going to be without their top goal scorer here for the next 2 minutes.
Salem Hills penalty number 13, Brooke Warren, 2 minutes for check to the head.
Yeah, you got to be able to have that control of your stick. You know, as a defender, you're watching body and stick. You have to be able to bounce between the two. Sometimes when we focus a little bit too much on stick, we do find ourselves hitting the attacker in the head, which is unfortunate. But she looks fine. She looks like she's obviously staying on the field.
So here's an A. 2-minute advantage for the Titans. Here's a chance for them to get a little separation. Leading by 1. Feed in front. Shot. And that one just, I think Chamberlain got a piece of it.
Yeah, just off toe.
They're trying to get in front of Gabbert. That cleared dangerous. And Salem Hills able to bring it in. Here's Turner. Let's see if they elect to try to kill the rest of this time. That would be my guess.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get it passed around in the midfield. That's one way. We saw it get killed over on their attacking end before. We've seen other teams put it behind X to be able to work through not just the attack, the midfield, and the defense. Keeping it down on their defensive end is a little risky.
That one
Nice
knocked
look.
loose. Oh, how about that? A little flip over the top. Whether it was intentional or not, we'll leave that up to you. Lindstrom with some space up that left side. She'll drop this back to her D. Think about another 40 seconds or so, I believe.
I'm really surprised Olympus isn't putting higher pressure on that. You know, they did a second ago. They got that little check away. Didn't get the ground ball, but they had pressure enough. They're in Olympus's attacking end. They should have high pressure in covering that ball.
Back behind goal here. Chamberlain able to get that with Lindstrom. Mike inside, 10 seconds left here. In fact, back to even. Warren back on the field. She's open if they can get it to her. The Skyhawks able to kill that off. Here's Rachel Turner. Turner through the middle, and a whistle here.
Space, yeah.
We'll send Turner here to the 8.
Get in that shooting space. Really smart of her not to try and throw that shot. She had a girl right in front of her, pulled that pump, and was able to get the shooting space. Center hash. Like I said it before, we'll say it again. Center hash is exactly where every shooter wants to be.
Straight away for the sophomore, a chance to pull Salem back to even here. So we approach 4.5 minutes to go in the half. Turner. Shot. Goal. How about the jump shot for Rachel Turner? Her first of the game. We're tied up again.
That was a great lane. Didn't even have contact on her. Able to get that right hip of goalie. Beautiful shot and follow through.
Trusted by athletes, backed by science. Local dairy farm families are passionate about.
Tell you, Salem Hills killing off that card. There are moments where I'm holding my breath. I'm like, whoop, eat, gut. But
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
they made it work.
I mean, I was making some faces. I'm like, ooh, keeping it down on that defensive end is risky. But they played it smart and they played it well. They kept space between one another to be able to give good passes. You know, getting clustered together is only going to bring more confusion and more bad habits.
I feel like Olympus generally walks into any game with a 5 or 6 goal lead because it's Olympus, right? In the offense they have it. Salem Hills not played intimidated today at all. They felt very comfortable. At least to me, it feels like they felt very comfortable in this one.
They came in determined. They fought off the first draw.
Here's Warren. Brooks still with it here. Olympus chasing. Nice stick check.
See, I was talking about that previously. It's getting that double team on ball, one on body, one on stick.
Gabbert here working up through the middle. And we'll get a push here. It was a creative play up the sideline. Kind of lost the stick and came right back up to her.
That was hilarious. Not a part of lacrosse, but a way to make us smile.
Oh, this one on the ground. Olympus able to retreat. Lowry playing over. The time here for Alfondre. Madeline. She's got some room. Help from GLE. Dumps it in front. Tough angle shot. Works back to the middle. And a little scoop shot. Goal scored by Goodick. Her third today. Gives the Titans back the lead.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, but the best thing is that she didn't just catch and shoot. She saw sticks were high, couldn't see goal, couldn't see cage, right? Went low, went through legs, got a beautiful shot. It was very smart of her to take that hesitation, not just turn and shoot high. She would have shot high, she could have gone through spears, she could have got caught in sticks. Goalie could have saved it a lot easier. But going low, taking her second of a time, and to shoot low was very intelligent. Shows her lacrosse IQ, shows her level of play, showing her, experience.
Well, I love the unselfish play there by Olympus when we talk about being without Sarah. Goodick has stepped up, Gabbard stepped up, and I think, good ball movement as well. No one's trying to be a hero. You don't see Lizzie being like, oh, well, now I got to score for Sarah. It hasn't been that way.
No.
It's been very team play for the Titans.
I think, it's been off and on for Sarah and Lizzie. I think Lizzie was injured, last year, maybe the year before, where Sarah stepped up for her, and now she's got to step up for Sarah, but they're doing it very unselfishly, like you just said.
Turner.
So a legal stick check.
Once again, you pointed this out, Salem being very deliberate on their starts.
Mm-hmm. She's making sure that she is 4 behind.
Turner worked in front, ties it up. Salem Hills with the answer. Second of the game for Rachel.
Nice little, I would almost call it a split dodge, going from left hand into her right hand, shooting down on that 5-hole. Beautifully done, very thought out. When she went to that cage, she knew where she was shooting. She didn't just go and just shoot to shoot. She knew where she wanted to go, and it showed.
Salem Hill's done a great job creating offense. We were talking, and I think
she's hurt.
Thank you to Chick-fil-A for your support of the
Yeah, she's limping. She's not doing so hot.
Left hip, maybe.
Yeah, maybe she got a little bit strong contact on that hip.
But I think they've done a great job of creating offense against this Olympus team. I mean, we were talking before the game. It's like, can Salem score enough? And so far, they have been able to find ways to stay even.
Absolutely. I mean, they're 5-5. It's been a phenomenal play. They've had about, 6 shots on goal, 5 of those being goals for Salem. Might be off a little bit, but that's about it.
This draw possessed by Gabbert, Mia Gabbert. Looking up for an A.
It's been 50-50 on those draws.
Look out. you kind of knew that was going to be trouble for Salem.
Absolutely. When Olympus has won the draw, they've almost every time have gotten a goal. They win the draw, they get the pass, and they get the amazing shots.
Salem Hills going to take a timeout. We'll step aside with them. 6-5 Olympus with the lead. Timeout Salem. You're watching the 5A semifinal on KSLSports.com.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. Here on the draw. 6-5 Olympus with the lead. Out of the air. That captured by Turner. We approach the 2-minute mark here in this first half.
3 seconds. 3 seconds, major foul. Going to be putting that player that was in 3 seconds behind ball. Fortunately, ball was inside the 8, which will give her a hash versus pulling her out to that 12.
Coming in, tough angle, nice job, kind of pushing her below the goal line. 90 seconds left here. Quick turn, Turner.
Shooting space. Even if you're near it, girl, if your focus has left that attacker and you've turned to now have focus on the shooter and that attacker continues running away, it's shooting space, just as we saw.
Turner's done a great job initiating today. She'll take this shot. That's saved by Peterson. Similar look as to the attempt that Peterson took just a couple minutes ago. This time, that Turner took a couple minutes ago. This time Peterson up to make the save. Olympus here, 45 seconds left.
Olympus definitely got some numbers forward.
Yeah, Ane right in the middle, works in front. Transition offense for the Titans. Gives them back the 2-goal lead.
I think Olympus is starting to find that fire, but they are good on those fast breaks. I know at halftime it's exactly what Salem Hills is going to talk about. They get the fast break, they're almost always getting the goal, right? So what are we going to do differently is going to be that conversation.
And Warren on the draw.
35 seconds left here in the half. And Olympus winning the draw. And that was given up. Nope. Thought it was, but Ane able to come up with it for the Titans. Take away the ball. Lizzie Ane able to score her third of the game. And just like that, Olympus has their largest lead today.
Great play, awesome drive. Again, they win the draw, they get the goal. We got to definitely consider that and what we're going to do differently, all right, for Salem Hills. I was still stuck on that one-handed ground ball, pulled up to a perfect cradle, very controlled, getting it away from the defensive side from Salem Hills. Very skillful. A little bit of a fumble up into the next pass, but again, captured by Ane down to a beautiful goal.
Cannot let Ane get a head start like that. No. You've got to come over, help on some slide, some defense. She gets rolling like that, it's going to end up just like that.
Absolutely. I mean, she's a fast runner. She has the height. She has the stick skills. She has the athleticism. She's someone that you cannot let up on.
This is a tight game. It's still close as a draw win for Olympus. Can they get one more here? The push there. That clock's still running here inside of 10. And that will do it here for this first half. That's one way to stop the run. So we've reached the break. 8-5 Olympus leading Salem Hills here in the 5A semifinal on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Getting ready to start our second half. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. 8-5 Olympus leading Salem Hills. And Kenzie, Salem Hills was right with the Titans. And in that last minute, just saw that lead expand. If you're Salem Hills, I mean, what's your message at the break?
I think, a lot of the things that was talked about for Salem Hills is how are we going to control their fast break? What are we going to do and how are we going to do it? Olympus is going to talk about, we win the draw, we get the goal, right? But what are we going to do on the defending end so that they aren't getting their goals, right? How can we get it? If we lose the draw, what's our next move? How are we going to go against that? And I think those are the conversations that's going to be had. And I think definitely taking challenge. Each one of these players are great players out here. There's a reason they're here on this field today. There's a reason they've gone as far as they have. They know what they're doing. It's just how are they going to do it and how are they going to do it as a team.
This has been the battle that we've seen all game, and it will start this second half. It's Warren and Ane here on the draw. I know you've been keeping draws. It's been pretty even. As Warren able to track it down, establish possession here for the Skyhawks. So we'll see what Olympus will elect to do here defensively. Fed in front, Warren room, and that just wide. Boy, a good look there for Brooke Warren.
It was a beautiful look, just didn't have the correct hip. Her hips weren't lined up with cage. They were just offset. The follow through just wasn't quite there, but, she's going to learn from it. She's going to learn from it, and she's going to do better next time.
Here's Turner. She had 2 goals in that first half. Coming back left side here. You see a couple defenders there. She'll work over to Strasburg. She'll shoot, and that just hit off the pipe, just off the crossbar. Good look there for the senior. Turner, she's trying to free up room. That was jarred loose. Back behind goal here with Turner. Good established possession here for Salem Hills to start this second half. Turner will give back here to Katie Lowe. Polson. Good defense here by Olympus. Everything really being kept outside this last minute or so. Screen there by Warren.
Went out of bounds.
Yeah. The official was right there. Was very quick and sure of that call, so it's back to the Titans. Titan defense able to hold. Nice pressure there by Strasburg. Forces the ground ball. Warren able to come up with it for Salem. Boy, a number of Titans there. And a push here.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a push, but what I was seeing before that is there was a lot of swinging in her sphere. Smart thing to do is to, yes, she did get the call, is to back out of that. She kept forcing forward, back out of the pressure. Back out of the pressure, look for a new opportunity.
There's Polson coming around that screen. Nice turn to the middle, shot, and a goal for Salem Hills. It's Lydia Polson, the senior.
Skyhawks goal, number 23, Lydia Polson.
Puts them in the two-goal differential. That defense definitely had control of her hip, but had no control of her stick. She was able to keep her arms free, get on that inside lane, and shoot low, which was very intelligent. She was very close on crease. That top that top shelf's harder to get. So shooting low is the smartest thing to do.
Boy, good stick-to-itiveness here by Salem Hills. They won that opening draw, had the elongated possession. The pressure got it back, and ends up in the back of the net for the second seed in the 5A state tournament. This draw possessed by Salem. Skyhawks, a couple important draw wins here in this third quarter.
She's been very smart. Number 13.
Brooke Warren, yep.
Brooke's been very smart off the draw, tracing it as soon as the whistles blow. She's not paying attention to her surroundings. She's paying attention to her and that ball and going for the ball every time. She's not worrying about what the other player's doing. She's focused clearly on her and the ball.
Lindstrom.
Charge,
Oh,
yep.
and a charge. What did you see there that had you agree with that?
That defender had her time and space. That attacker pushed into her, and that defense wasn't able to play defense because that girl just came up on her.
Olympus here looking to transition. Gabbert. She'll continue to play through the whistle here, and that one will leave it back here. Coming around. Nice D there by Salem.
That was a good cut for an A.
Ane
Nice.
cutting through the middle. They get it to her, and that is wide.
That was so pretty, though.
Very well done. It will be an A here, set up with an 8-meter opportunity. An A straight away. Coming in, shot and a goal. Boy, what a quick shot there from Lizzie Ane to push it back to a 3-goal lead.
What I like is she was set up perfectly, just like a runner, right? Runner on the track. Her feet were close together, ready for that power, no stutter back. But where I loved that, and I love her for this, is she looked over at her teammate first. Like, can I give this to you? She thought she didn't really have the opportunity to give her teammate that assist, turned back forward, went for the goal. That is true sportsmanship. That is true teamwork. I just love that. That was awesome.
So back to a 3-goal lead here, 9-6. Our second semifinal of the day. We've got 4 more, 12 straight hours of lacrosse action today.
My favorite time of day.
Right? So we'll have our 6A semis next and nightcaps for the 4A. As this draw possessed cleanly there by Emma Gabbert.
She's little and mighty, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is Mia Gabbert. Pushed out, but will now set up the offense here. And you can see some momentum building for Olympus. You can get into some of their speed, and it's where they feel comfortable.
Have a hold. Yep. I definitely agree with that. That player did have her stick across the Olympus player's body, holding her back, holding that stick back. So 100% agree.
So this will be an 8-meter opportunity here.
See, look at their teammates. Look how good that is. I love that. They're not playing selfish.
They'll feed right to GLE. Nice move and a finish. How about that? Beautiful goal for the Titans.
I am loving this Titan team right now. They're so selfless. That was so pretty. You saw her look left. You saw her look right. She was like, I could take this, and she could have. But she looked to her teammate, gave her that ball, gave her teammate the opportunity in the starring moment instead of giving it for herself. And that is super awesome.
It's the freshman Zaria Rube-Salmon with her 17th goal of the season, first of the game. And boy, love that play.
That was
coming
such
in
a good
from
one.
GLE, and then her move right at the crease to free up coming to the middle there.
Freeing up her arms, being able to actually whip it through. Yeah, no, that was super great. Good job, guys.
Largest lead of the game now for the Titans. What answer does Salem Hills have as we are approaching the midpoint here in this third quarter? Have some being sorted out here on one of the benches.
Oh, I think they have. Oh, someone's. Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Moving one of the benches now behind the players.
I guess. Okay.
Not quite certain
how that affects the game,
what
but
was
all
going
right.
on over there, but have it remedied. As the Salem Hills now winning this draw. Lindstrom feeding to Warren. That pass a little too high. Support could not possess it. Gabbert near side coming up with it for Olympus, and it's Titan possession.
I really like that play, though. She did a draw and dunk perfectly.
And we're going to get Green here.
Green for failure to move 4 away. I think I see what the player saw. The attacker was, or the person holding ball was moving around her stick, but if her feet aren't moving and she's not progressing the movement forward, it's not a start.
Peterson working this wide. Well, that pass right over the top. Here comes Mia Gabbert. The whistle there. We talk about a couple of freshmen. Mia, one of those freshmen on this Olympus team.
Salem Hills penalty number 26.
We're going to call a penalty here on Turner. So Olympus now going to go player up here for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm happy that the Olympus player is okay. It's super unfortunate, get a yellow card, get out of the game, but this is when the team really's got to rally for Salem, and what are they going to do? How are they going to handle it? Olympus is strong. How do they come out stronger with one man down, right?
As we are nearing 5 to go here in the third. The momentum building for Olympus, and now 2 minutes with an extra player. Gabbert playing back with an A. And pass trying to cut through there and trying to tighten the lost out.
I was hearing some of the parents say there's 3 seconds. Yes and no. There was players that were tiptoeing in the 8, standing in the 8, but they were immediately coming out. They were holding that 8 tight to try and stay as a unit, almost in a zone. But I did see what they were saying. 3 seconds could have been called there, but it wasn't because that defense was smart enough to pull out.
And you see Olympus here being aggressive here defensively. Salem has been comfortable trying to kill off some of the penalty time here in their own end. They'll continue to take that approach here. Taken back behind goal. This is Lyman. Ground ball, trouble. Olympus right there. Titans trying to come up with it. In the corner, they do. Gabbert. Can she do anything with it? Lost that one out.
That was really good defense, pinning her to that line, giving her no option but to make a mistake.
Needing help, Lyman now. I would think Olympus is quite comfortable with this. 4-goal lead.
I don't think they're comfortable with that differential, and also this kind of holding the ball back on defense is very unseen in Utah, I would say. it's just not very likely. And the way they're Salem Hills is doing it is very skillful. They're very smart. They're having the goalie help them versus having them back by themselves.
Here comes Olympus, and the whack there. So.
Yep. So a dangerous follow through. Again, I talked about this earlier. It is the intent behind the check. She was not playing the ball. She was out to check and get that girl to stop, regardless of what happened. It is super unfortunate. You know, we want to control our emotions there, but it is what it is. We're happy that both players are okay, and there's rules in the field and calls for a reason.
And that was her second.
Yeah, you can see she's very emotional leaving the field. She is done for the rest of this game.
A senior, one who's had a fantastic career, has helped Salem Hills get to this spot. And her second card.
Yeah.
So this will be another man-up
emotions.
opportunity here for Olympus.
Just so, I mean, it's not as common knowledge, but the home team, whoever's representing the home team, is responsible for fans. So anything is called on either team on the fan side, it does go to a yellow card to the team.
That shot on the goal, boy. Good look there for Olympus as once again they get right in front of the crease. I think that's Mia Gabbert scoring her second today.
That was a beautiful shot. She was able to find that inside of the 8, getting her arms free, able to get that low shot, taking the energy and tenacity through her play.
And this Olympus team, we talk about building momentum. It's been building, and here with player advantage, they're able to capitalize off of it. This was a 6-5 game for Olympus, and really those final 40 seconds of that first half have continued into this third quarter, and a couple of minutes now where Salem has been player down has allowed Olympus to expand this lead here to 5.
Yeah, you know, this is really where Salem Hills has to see who their core, who they are at the core, who are their values at, how are they going to play together, where are they going to excel, who's going to step up in the place of that player being out. You know, this is where they need to rally and come together versus blame anything, be upset about anything. How are we going to do better is the mentality that needs to happen.
Well, hard contact as players were going for a ground ball. And it is Olympus here with it, coming away with it. Contact there. We'll leave it with the Titans. Here's an A. Boy, tough pass. Worked in front. Little no-look shot behind the back there. Just misses.
That was very clever. She looked forward to see if the defense was in a good positioning. They were goal side. She had the opening behind her back to give a safe BTB, just off mark with the angle.
So we approach the final 90 seconds of this third quarter. Oh, that one fought off there by Chamberlain.
That goalie just head butted it. I love that. She's really getting into this game, and that's awesome.
Ooh.
That poor little gal.
Yeah. It's been pinballed around quite a bit today, and Mia's gotten up after every one of them.
She's like, my back. Oh, poor thing. That's not like it was malicious. It wasn't meaningful. They're just playing the game, but
no, you've got help defense
little.
coming. She doesn't see it, can't see it, right?
Yeah, she's just a little gal.
A freshman's made a mark today. A pair of goals. The shot here is stick checked high and backed up by Olympus. .30 seconds left.
Yep, she has to take it off the field, bring it back on. She has to have possession off field too on. There you go. I think maybe 2 meters on. It doesn't matter. Great feed. That was an awesome pass back from X, up forward, center spot. Perfect placement. Goalie wasn't looking. Just a catch and a shot. Beautiful give and go.
Makes it 12-6. as this
Titans
run
goal number
continues.
17, Lizzie and A, assisted by
I think the
Mary
5th
Todd.
goal now for Lizzie in the game.
Yeah, she's been involved throughout everything from the draw to fast breaks, from assists, from, that center lane shot right there. That catch and shoot is beautiful. That quick stick is great.
It's been a 4-1 scoring advantage here in the 3rd.
All right, I like
I see Turner being
Yeah.
very active on that draw.
She's got to just be careful with the contact.
Yep. Here's an A.
Look at them rally. Look at that fight that they've pulled together.
And they'll stop it here. This will be
Yep.
in the sphere with 3 seconds to go.
Fans got a little scared seeing that X is them passing and the yellow card. No, we're just in the last 2 minutes inside the CSA for the 8-meter opportunity center hash. I believe that's Lizzie.
Here's, Lizzie. 8 meters out. Can Olympus add one more here in the closing seconds of the quarter? No, just wide. And that'll do it for the 3rd. 12-6, Olympus leading Salem Hills in the 5A semifinal on KSLSports.com. Quarter, crowds trying to cheer on their respective teams. 12-6 here in the semi. The winner advancing to Thursday's state championship game. They'll take on the Park City Miners. And this draw, this is going to be
yellow.
a card shown here.
Yeah, that frustration's got to come under control. I think that might be her second.
I think that is her second.
So
Salem Hills penalty number 26, Rachel.
So it was Warren who has taken a lot of the draws today, and after her card, it was Turner who had stepped in to take those, and now I think she is done. So depth on the draw here going to have to be shown by Salem Hills.
yeah, we got to focus on playing the ball, and play your game and play with your ball. Focus on, have the other team acknowledged, obviously, but focus on you, focus on your team, focus on the ball, and keep playing. Keep playing lacrosse as cleanly and classy as you can.
So it'll be Olympus here to start.
How many yellows on total?
I think that's 4.
Okay.
So Titans. Goodek is looking over for Mia. Oh, great burst.
Nice.
They're coming in by Whitney Murray.
One-handed collective ground ball, very clean.
Murray not giving up. Look at that. She's there for that ground ball, too.
She's like, I'm going to get that back.
Taken here by Gabbert. Mia has help. That in front. Oh, that just wide. Good look there by Lizzie.
You can tell Olympus is starting to have fun, and when they have fun, they do better.
And this game was tight in that first half. It was, again, 6-5, about 3 minutes left in that half. Olympus went on the scoring surge. And since that, they've just been in control. You're talking about having fun. They've looked looser. They've looked kind of more together. Gabbert feeding in front. And it's in the back of the cage. Emma Gabbert with her first today.
That defense was perfectly split. She had a girl on her left and her right. She had the lane. She had no time to waste, and she was able to whip it right in. There's been a lot of looks on goal, but that was a good one to put on the books.
Pardon me, number 1, Emma Gabbert on the goal. The assist goes to number 7, Mia Gabbert.
Oh, I didn't realize they're sisters. Cool.
So the 5th different goal scorer, 6th different goal scorer. Nope, 5th. Math is hard. 5th different goal scorer for Olympus. Near side, that controlled by Lindstrom.
In a college, that would have been a perfect check. Here, we can't go to that sphere and check that stick.
Olympus is
Yeah.
10 minutes away. You see this defense here is Salem still player down here. Trying to kill off some of this time is Lyman here. Has to kick it back into space.
That was intelligent, you know, when you're in a little bit of trouble, kick it away.
That pass a little too tall. Now ground ball. Both teams in pursuit. Here's Hughes. Yeah, in the sphere there.
Again, that would have been really pretty if you're the college level. Again, we can't go through that sphere at this level of play. It was controlled, though.
Yep. But it is the right call. Given over here with Larson. Larson seeing a little lane here open up. And we'll get the call here.
All right, yeah, the flag was pulled when she was still running the crease.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly what it was called, but she'll be getting that first inside. She looks like she's taking it left-handed very, very confidently. Oh, maybe right side, who knows?
So Larson, the junior.
Yeah, she's ready for that wind-up. She's powered in. She's locked in on cage. Hips are aligned.
A shot there and a goal.
Very beautiful. Good for her. She got that all the way from the midfield, got down. She had the lane. She had the drive. Defense closed in on her. She rolled around. The flag was up. She pulled out, got that flag called. 8-meter opportunity in the first inside, locked in, got that goal. Very, very good play for her.
Larson scoring her 13th of the season.
From defense to attack, that's an all-around player right there. I'm surprised we might see her in the future on midfield.
And for those of you interested, there's another Salem Hills Olympus matchup today in 5A baseball. Salem Hills getting the better end of Olympus 3-2 thanks to a game-winning run scored in the top of the 7th. So it looks like these two teams may split on the day.
They just
Of course,
might.
still 8.5 minutes left for the Salem Hills girls lacrosse team to look for a clean sweep. This one trickling back, gathered by Turner. This is Tiffany. Trying to feed ahead.
Empty. Oh, legal check. It's going to get the ball over to Salem Hills. She's going to demand her space as she has all game.
Right in front. That defense collapsed down. Shooting space here.
Smart call. Good for her for pulling that out. She had defense in front of her. Took a step back. Got that more than a stick length away from that defense. They were double stacked. Got shooting space. Center hash.
So this will be Lindstrom, scored in the first half. With an opportunity here. Works around it. Boy, that one shut down. I think a kick save by Peterson.
Yep, a cover by the goalie. If you have players within a playing range and they cover outside the circle, the ball does go to the opponent.
This will be extended out to 12 for Lindstrom to start. That
I
clock.
have personally never seen a setup here. Not to
I
say it's
haven't either.
wrong. I just have never. It's
Yeah.
just been the angle.
Lindstrom trying to work around.
Shooting space. Oh, this is going to get her in a way better position. She's a right-handed player. Getting that, I think, first or second inside. Can't quite tell.
Now this will be just offset. Inside 7 to go. Lindstrom will shoot. And that was just wide. That's still in on that back line. Kicked out. Last a touch. It'll stay here.
That's what you get when you keep fighting and playing your game and playing with you, your team, the ball.
Here's Gailey. She'll give with Turner. That flag up here again. Time continuing to tick away here. Hill.
Stick to body contact. Yep, stick to body contact. Flag was pulled. She was seeing if she was going to try and make the shot. Took the pass out, which gives her now a new 8-meter opportunity because she was inside that 8. She's going to be on the hanging hash.
So Peyton Hill. Tough angle here. Wait, maybe just a little bit of a delay there allowed Olympus to get there defensively and take away the opportunity. Spear there.
Spear going to be setting up on the 12, giving her a lane to cage. That's a major foul, so she is able to go in, meaning it is not indirect.
So Murray here to start from 12 meters as we approach the 5-minute mark. Oh, nice
Clean
stick check. Being battled for here, ground ball. And Olympus has it. Looking upfield. Here come the Titans. They got numbers. Olympus looking for more. The feed is just in between a couple Titans. Lindstrom couldn't gather it. It's Gabbard instead.
Nice roll dodge.
Yeah, staying with it. The flag up here.
Hand up. Offsides. Oh, snap. So they are playing down, right? So they have to have always 4 back. 4 back always. Just because the card's expired doesn't mean they can play 7 forward.
They did stop it here, 4:20 on the clock, so those pause ours. And A starting, working in front, and that just wide is in the sphere here.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we got a call here.
It's going to be a yellow card.
I think that would be the 5th.
Yellow card. Check to the head. Yeah. So, we're kind of far away, but what I think I saw was her stick was in the way. She went to check. If you cause the attacker to have her own stick or hit in her head, that is your fault. You were in her sphere. You made her stick hit her in the head. That is a blame on you. Is that what happened? I'm not sure. I'm a good amount away.
So it'll be 8 meters here, straight away for Goodick. Coming in, shot in a goal. Boy, just ducks under that stick check and able to finish it for Olympus.
That's something I've seen across the field with Olympus is they're going to get a check on them. They're ducking through it. They're protecting their stick, and they're going through the checks, ducking underneath the sticks, which is very intelligent. They've been double-teamed a few times, and the girl's been able to snake through that hole between the defense and get away. And that's exactly what Masami did there. She was able to snake underneath the stick and get a shot.
I think that's the 5th for Goodick today. Her and Lizzie, I think they each have 5.
She's number 5. I'm going to give her 5 for sure. Yeah.
Been a pretty good day. She had 4 of those in the first half. Olympus 4 minutes away from another state championship appearance. Take on Park City. It's been the only matchup we've had in the 5A state playoffs since this sport was sanctioned. Olympus Park City in 5A. There's a draw win here by the Titans. Just walking that tightrope sideline. Taken away by Murray. Olympus has played Park City twice this year. Park City beaten them both times.
They've had that in the past, though. Park City's came ahead, beating Olympus one or two times in the season, and then Olympus steps up, learns from those last games, and they've come out champions before. So it'll be a really fun game to watch on Thursday.
Well, we talked about the intro to this, about Sarah and A not being healthy to play this week, and sometimes that can galvanize a roster, and hey, go out and do it for your senior who's been one of your leaders and top, top goal scorer, top points person this year. And
I mean, we can see her over there on her crutches.
yeah, she's there with her team, but you just never know. That might give a little extra motivation for this Titan group.
Absolutely. Don't just do it for yourself. Do it for your team. Do it for the senior that can't do it for herself. Like, there's so much love and passion on that team.
And a card going to be given here.
Titans penalty number 14, Olivia Root-Saman. 2 minutes for check to the head.
So a yellow here given to Olympus. It's just over 3 to play. Oh, that pass trying to go back to the D off the mark. We'll have to retreat here to gather.
But they are going to be even strength.
Boy, you see really trying to force her to that sideline and in the sphere there. This is Hughes. We'll give that with Murray. Just the pressure that Olympus
Nice
continues to
butt
put
check.
on. Here's Lizzie. They got numbers. She's got help with Gabbert. Feeds to the middle. Gabbert with room. A shot and just gets it inside the post. Emma Gabbert with the Olympus goal.
The intelligent and depth of Lizzie and that butt check which lowered the head of the stick, getting a clean check through, getting it up to her teammate for her teammate to give a great left-hand shot. Looked really fun from this angle and got them what they needed.
The intensity that this Olympus team puts on you with their rides. I mean, they just will never give up on a
No,
play. You're always having to work through
absolutely
double
not.
teams, triple teams that time. And that's exactly why they do it, right?
Exactly.
Lizzie able to knock it loose, and you've got numbers, and ends up in the back of the net. So
What I like is that Lizzie's been a good kid today. She's looked over so many times at her sister, and I just know they're smiling at each other.
that duo set to go play D1. So excited for their future, and again, just really feel for Sarah not being able to complete this year, but still here with her team, and certainly wish her and Lizzie all the best in their future endeavors. They still got stuff they're fighting for this year, including potential state championship. Again, that game will be Thursday at Zions Bank Stadium, 1 p.m. Come on out. Catch Olympus in Park City as Lizzie with the shot in the high side. Good save there by Chamberlain. Keep it out. As they did stop it here.
Offsides,
Yeah.
Yep. Offsides on white. Depending on where ball was at, it might go, the 12 or the 8. It looks like the 12. 12 meter setup, clearing the lane, major foul, will be a whistle start.
Fed to GLE, Lizzie here. That really clogged up well as that rolls out. Stay with the Titans. Great year for Salem Hills. We talk about coming in, just the one loss on the year, coming into this semifinal.
Shooting space. Yep.
But the season come to a close here this afternoon. Look at this senior class. Obviously, Brooke Warren, fantastic career for her in Salem Hills.
Olympus
Strasburg has had a nice year as well. Polson. They got a lot of youth, though, coming back. A lot of
I'm sure
juniors,
this is
sophomores.
not going to be the first time we'll see him, for
No.
sure.
And they working in, going top corner. The senior with another goal here in the semi.
Great angle, able to go from that first inside, getting that top piece of that mesh. Great shot, great follow through, able to keep her stick clean and free of any defense.
And Lizzie has now scored in every quarter of this contest.
Something I've said before in the past is great players get noticed, right? But honorable players and players who play unselfishly are the ones that I believe are the heroes and the stars of the team. And that's been an A on both categories.
And I love that she hasn't tried to do too much today. You know, she's found her opportunities, but she's looked to get her teammates involved, and all while scoring what was just her 96th goal of the year.
Yep. On the circle. There was a hold on the circle, which gave the ball to Salem Hills, starting out here as winning that draw.
So Lindstrom coming ahead. There's 30 seconds left here. Working in front. Boy, just stayed out of the crease there. Clock stopped here with 20 seconds left. For an 8-meter opportunity here for Lindstrom. Coming in. Oh, stuck with it, but a save made by Peterson. This one loose. Olympus has it. Coming ahead, the Olympus Titans able to hold off the second-seeded Salem Hills Skyhawks. Olympus returns to the 5A state championship game with a 16-7 win. Kenzie, your final thoughts of our game today?
Yeah, I really love both Passion and both teams. They both came out very strong. Salem Hills from the beginning started with fire. They started with passion. They started with teamwork. And, you know, games just happen. Everything should be proud of on this field. They've made it so far. They're a team that, you know, it's been overlooked for so long, in my opinion, that they've come and they've rised above. They've had an amazing game. 7-16 is nothing to be sad about. You've played great. There's been amazing plays, been great teamwork. But, you know, Olympus, they're legends. They're skillful. They're smart. They're the next level, right? And to see them out here today playing very unselfishly and playing as a team and waiting for their opportunities and playing as safely as they can is just speaks lengths on their program.
Great year for Salem Hills. The second seed in the 5A state tournament, won their region. Just 2 losses on the season. But today, not enough to overcome Olympus. 16-7. Olympus Park City will be your 5A state championship matchup. We'll have that game for you right here Thursday, 1 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. Come join us on the stream for the 5A state championship. For Tino Psyche, Kenzie Christiansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations to Olympus on returning back to the state title game.